If I were to ask you to list the top emotions that you feel, or even all the emotions, if you can think of all the emotions that you feel throughout your week, and you're to write them down. And if you're like most people, you can barely come up with a dozen that you feel regularly. And so we're not very good, number one, about understanding all the nuances of our emotions and defining them, and we don't necessarily need to be. But when we look at our list, about half, and like most people, a little more than half are going to be negative emotions that we're writing down. And those are the things we're going to be focusing on, are those kind of negative emotions. They're our go-to, our default emotions. And then if we were to pick where we spend most of our time, we're going to find a couple of the positive emotions and a couple of the negative emotions that are just default emotional states. And then I want us to look at those default emotional states and decide if they're serving us.
On this podcast, we don't just talk about better smiles, we talk about better lives.